All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is time for heat number 1 to set the inside line for the feature. Vern Spring, Ryan McDaniel on the front row, Andrew Thornton, Brendan Timon on the second. Edmund Jones and Justin Branham on the third row, Matt Moniak and Stephen Choate on the fourth. Kendrick Cryer rounds out the field. Full field inverts for the heats tonight. Ryan McDaniel is dropping the hammer. I have a feeling we're about to get a whole lot of Days of Thunder quotes. Ryan, don't forget to hit the pace car. Ryan McDaniel is going to hit the pace car. Yep, he does. Made sure to be thorough about it, too. Good job, Ryan. We're proud of you. Now, this track eats tires, which makes it very interesting. These cars are going to drive much like Daytona and Talladega. They are going to be nose to tail. It's going to look like they are plate racing out here. But as the tires wear, the cars start sliding around, things are going to get dicey. Cars coming through turns 3 and 4. Pace car about to drop in. There it goes from the chopper. They fire. Green flag is in the air. Heat number 1 underway at Rockingham. Vern Spring has the lead. Andrew Thornton quickly shooting to second. Edmund up to third. Ryan now back into fourth. He finally gets to move down to the bottom line. Brendan Timon trying to make it happen up top. They are trying to get 3 wide. Matt Moniak looking for a way around here. Meanwhile, Vern Spring out front holds them all off. Whoa! Edmund sends it out of 2. Gets a little squirrely, a big push down the back straightaway from Andrew Thornton into turn 3. A lot of guys just barely clipping the apron, but it is really unsettling these cars as Kendrick Cryer tries to make his way up. Brendan Timon sets the fastest lap so far. But Justin, oh, holy cow! Stephen Choate has a problem. Out of 2, gets the wall. Edmund Jones has taken the lead. A bit of a breakaway. How long can he handle it? Choate has gone to pit road. Vern now in second. Andrew in third. Timon looking low into 3. Can't get there. Matt Moniak now up to 5th, but Ryan McDaniel underneath trying to claw back some spots. They are almost completely full throttle around this track. Holy cow, Ryan. Hold on to her, buddy. Edmund just set the fastest lap of the race last time by as we come to 5 to go in Heat 1. Thornton now looking for second place underneath Vern. Kendrick Cryer still trying to move forward right behind Moniak. Matt holds that bottom line, making Kendrick go to the top. Justin Branham right behind. Ryan McDaniel at the back for the moment. Andrew looks low, out of 2 again, just kisses the apron, but he's got the run. Through 3 and 4, Andrew's nose pulls ahead. Brendan Timon looks low. He is going to try and follow him through. They may Brady trying 3 wide into one time and gets out of it. Andrew's in the wall. Vern comes down. Everybody saves it. Wow, that was close. 3 laps to go, and that little battle gave Edmund some breathing room. Now timing into second. That was one heck of a run. Andrew Thornton now with the big push from Kendrick Cryer as they come by Matt Moniak. Andrew still holds on to 4th. Moniak in 5th. Cryer in 6th. Justin Branham in 7th. Ryan McDaniel has had a problem. He has been in the wall and headed to pit road. Let's see what happened. Looks like we missed it. Edmund Jones leads. White flag in Heat 1. Apparently, according to Ryan McDaniel, the hammer broke. Whoops. And out of 4, Edmund Jones wins Heat number 1. Brendan Timon comes home 2nd. Vern Spring in 3rd. Andrew Thornton holds on to 4th. Kendrick Cryer, the points leader, in 5th. Matt Moniak, 6th. Justin Branham in 7th. Ryan McDaniel in 8th. Stephen Choate in 9th. Brian Hewitt, meanwhile, on pit road, is eating ice cream with the team. So they will not be fixing Ryan's car immediately. On to Heat number 2. Dave Holmberg and Ed Sr. have the front row. John O'Brien and John Barry on the second row. Russell Worth, Richie Joplin on the third row. Chris Johnson, Gage Branham on the 4th, and McRecken rounding out the field. Well, that does tend to happen. Although we appreciate you watching the stream, Ryan, you might want to focus on in front of you, buddy. View from the blimp tonight. Looking down on Rockingham. Man, this is going to be a fun one when we get to the feature. And it looks like a little bit of excitement on the pace laps. Everybody's still in one piece, ready to go. Pace car is in. Holmberg in control. Green flag is in the air. They are away. Heat number 2, and it looked like John Barry may have had a problem getting going. Caused Richie to check up a little. John Barry having some problems. Richie looks underneath. McRecken slicing and dicing. Oh, Ed Sr. is in the wall. They were briefly 3 wide. Chris Johnson also on the march. Russell Worth a little out of shape. They are trying to go 3 wide for the lead. John O'Brien has it for the moment. And there is a lot of sliding into each other going on. That is a lot of driving, Kevin. Chris Johnson already to John O'Brien's back bumper. These cars obviously not stable. Making this feature with all the cars on track, man, that's going to get wild. Gage Branham just set the fastest lap of the heat so far, back in 5th. Yeet yeet indeed, Brian. Chris Johnson to the lead, but second through fifth are nose to tail inches apart. McRacken tried to squeeze. Holy cow! We've got one in the wall and two around. Gage Branham and McRacken both managed to save it, but lose a ton of track position. And Richie Joplin, who got hung up behind John Berry in the early going, is now to second. Berry now to fourth. And it looks like our scoring may have gone wonky. So give us just a moment here. Chris Johnson still has the lead at the moment. Ed Sr. and John O'Brien have both gone to pit road. 4 laps left to go. Chris Johnson in the lead. McRacken just set the fastest lap. Russell Worth has had a problem towed to pit road. Let's take a quick look. Oh, looks like him and Barry may have got together. A hard hit for Russell. And Richie Joplin has gotten right to the bumper of Chris Johnson. Angie out here cheering on Richie Joplin as he gets right to the bumper of the leader. Can he make something happen? Oh, he gets into Chris's bumper. Chris is around into the barrels, and Richie Joplin picks up the white flag. One more time around, Richie has a 3.7 second lead. John Berry in second, McRacken in third. Richie through 3 and 4. He is going to get it done. Richie Joplin gets the heat number 2 win. Chris Johnson went to pit road, ends up in 6th place. Kyle Martin comes home second. Dave Holmberg in third. Gage Branham in fourth. John Berry fifth. Chris Johnson in sixth. Now for a quick warm-up. The drivers get one more shot at practice here. Chance? Not yet, buddy. Drivers begin to roll off. Vern Spring out on track. John O'Brien coming out. Ryan McDaniel on his way out. Hopefully he's got the hammer fixed. Ed Sr. rolls off with Matt Moniak. Russell Worth on his way out after that brutal spin. Looks like we'll have almost 20 cars in the feature around this 1 mile, just over 1 mile track. Stephen Choate, he is rolling out now. Andrew Thornton out for warm-up. And as we said during that first race, if you have a favorite memory of the last 2 years in JBSRL, drop in the comments. Let us know what it was. Chance, I am sure you have some great memories, buddy. Chance, that is definitely true. What we have seen in the heats, these guys don't have a ton of grip. Once you get a bunch of cars in the same pocket of air, they really are sliding around. We saw a lot of banging off of each other. Well, I knew no fender, full sender would come into play at some point, Chance. I will say one of the funniest memories I have of JBSRL, the first season with the Tour mods, went to Phoenix, thought it went to the Legacy Phoenix, and the admins thought Legacy Phoenix had lights. It did not. The race finished in the dark. It was quite comical. You definitely got it done on the high side at Five Flags, Chance. Ed Sr. having a little problem in warm-up. Richie Joplin now out, getting a little bit more practice there after winning Heat 2. Gage Branham rolls out now. Looks like 18 cars officially will take the green flag here tonight. As much as these cars are sliding around out here, we see the cup cars, the trucks, they come out here, but they've got a little bit more weight, a little bit more grip. Not much, but a bit more downforce. These cars just don't have a ton of downforce. I'm willing to bet these drivers are working really hard. Watch that orange mark on Andrew Thornton's wheel as he comes off turn 4. The car, obvious. Oh, Andrew gets into the back. Ow. Well, so much for an example of working that wheel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the feature. Edmund Jones, Richie Joplin on the front row, Brendan Timon, Kyle Martin on the second row. Vern Spring and Dave Holmberg have the third row. Andrew Thornton, Gage Branham on the fourth. Kendrick Cryer and John Barry round out your top 10. Matt Moniak and Chris Johnson 11th and 12th. Justin Branham starts 13th. Russell Worth in 14th. Ryan McDaniel in 15th. Ed Sr. starting in 16th. Stephen Choate starting in 17th, and John O'Brien rounding out the 18-car field here. Richie Joplin and Edmund Jones are going to lead them down. The Chance Maderick Edmund Jones rivalry was really good. You guys had some great bets, and you definitely smoked him the night you both started from the back. The last 2 years has been a lot of great racing, a lot of great fun, and we hope for many more years to come. Thank you all so much for coming out week in and week out for the last 2 years, and hope to see you and many, many more. Invite your friends and family to come watch a great league and some awesome racing as we go green flag at the Rock. And it looked like the top 3 really got a great start. The rest of the field did not. Just looked like everybody had a hesitation picking up the throttle. Edmund quickly clears Timon and Richie. Now up in the lead. Richie back to 3rd. Vern into 4th. Russell Worth. Whoa there, 3 wide. Holy cow. And, oh, it looks like McRecken may be in the wall. McRecken did save it. Caution is out. Ed Sr., Dave Holmberg involved. Let's take a look at where this chaos started. Starting with Kyle McRecken Martin as they go off into 1 and 2, and Ed Sr. just gets into him. Sr. gets him straightened out. Great save by McRecken. But Ed Sr. and Dave Holmberg not as lucky. Ed gets out of the gas, and Holmberg has nowhere to go. Looking through the field, that first couple of laps is already sending some drivers forward. Justin Branham up 5 spots. Russell Worth up 5 spots. Stephen Choate up 7 spots into 10th. Ryan McDaniel up 4 spots into 11th. John O'Brien up 4 spots into 14th. Got some guys charging here. I do remember the bull ring one, Chance. You were extremely confident going into that race that it was yours. You had one heck of a run going that night. Ryan McDaniel, oh no, he faked to pit road. Lights are out, they stack back up. Edmund and Brendan Timon on the front row. Richie Joplin, Vern Spring on the second row. Andrew Thornton, Gage Branham on the third row. John Berry, Justin Branham, Russell Worth, Stephen Choate round out your top 10. The way this thing is going so far, it is anybody's race. Let's watch this restart from the blimp. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:20 Eastern, XCal goes very short tracking at the Charlotte Legends Oval. No, I'm sorry, tomorrow night's Martinsville, my bad. Green flag back in the air. Edmund on the high side. Fires quickly. Brendan giving him a run for his money into 1 and 2. going to try 3 wide into 3. One of them backs out of it wisely. Ryan McDaniel almost gets a tap. The back half of this field is going at it like it's the last lap. And the front half of the field ain't taking it easy either. Kendrick Cryer on the high side on Stephen Choate. That's the battle for 8th place. Brendan Timon has taken the lead from Edmond. Richie right there with him. Andrew right there with him. Vern Spring, Gage Branham closing the gap. Justin Branham right behind. Kendrick still just now clears Stephen Choate for 8th. Vern Spring just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Edmond looking on the high side for the lead. Oh, Edmond gets into him. Brendan Timon is around. Caution is out. Lap 8. Let's take another look at that one. Edmond had the run, was trying to keep Timon pinched down, just pinched a little too low. Brendan gets the left side into the wall, but it looks like minimal. No, I take that back. That left front fender pretty banged up. Edmund Jones looks like he will be taking the EOL on that one, I do believe. He is. Richie Joplin will now have the lead with Andrew Thornton in 2nd. Vern Spring will now be in 3rd. Vern is having one heck of a season. Some great races. Currently sitting 10th in points. In all the leagues that we broadcast here that we have Vern in, he has definitely been on a tear in 2023. The improvement has been extremely dramatic. John O'Brien, the only driver on pit road. Matt Moniak did come in. Brendan Timon did not come to pit road. Bit of a surprise. He does have some left front damage, but might be okay. He's going to try and ride it out, see what happens. Meanwhile, Richie Joplin up front. They stack back up. Richie will control the restart. Remember, the yellow line rule is in effect tonight. No passing below the yellow line. And that front straightaway at Rockingham is known for dropping to the apron to make a move. They are about 10 laps in. The tires, surprisingly, are getting a lot of wear. This track eats them up, and it does cause problems on restart. So as the night goes on, they are going to have to be extremely careful. Put the power down too hard, that car will go around. Here they go. Green flag back in the air. Richie gets away clean. Everybody gets them going in the right direction. John O'Brien is back on pit road. No idea what is going on with John O'Brien tonight. Richie does have the lead with Andrew right on his bumper. Vern Spring, Kendrick Cryer, Gage Branham battling right behind. I think Vern looking like he may end up being in the middle of the sandwich here in a minute. And John O'Brien is rolling. He is back out on track. Richie still has the lead. Chris Johnson trying to make his move toward the front as well. Russell Worth now in 9th. McRecken now in 10th. Andrew Thornton just set the fastest lap of the race so far. Ryan McDaniel still lurking back in 12th. Edmund Jones having to fight back in 13th. We've got 2 cars off track. No caution. They clear the racing surface. Oh, looks like there may have been some contact between Chris Johnson and Russell Worth. They both managed to recover and keep going. Russell looking under Chris. Oh, he just pushes up just a hair. They touch. They both get sideways, and they both save it. Richie still has the lead, still has Andrew on the bumper, but now they have Kendrick Cryer right there with them in 3rd. Vern holds on to 4th. Stephen Choate in 5th. Oh, Choate is flying down the back straightaway. Caution is out. Looked like Gage Branham also caught up, and Edmund Jones may have caught a piece of it. 3rd caution of the night, lap 16. Stephen Choate on the bottom, thought he had more room, comes up over the 9 and just goes for flight. Edmund Jones has nowhere to go, and John Barry also gets caught in it. Ryan McDaniel manages to avoid it. Well, they always said we'd have flying cars by 2020. We just saw Stephen Choate in one. Brendan Timon is on pit road. Edmund Jones is in. Matt Moniak is in. Richie Joplin continues to lead with Andrew Thornton in 2nd. Kendrick now up into 3rd. You know that the points leader wants to extend his lead here tonight. He definitely did a chopper rotation. Justin Branham managed to avoid that. He is now up 8 spots into 5th. Russell Worth avoided it, now up 7 spots into 7th. Ryan McDaniel avoided it, up 8 spots up 7 spots into 8th. Chris Johnson, who was involved in that incident with Russell, now into 9th. Gage Branham is on pit road. He definitely needs some repairs. He had a car on top of him. Richie Joplin, Andrew Thornton, Kendrick Cryer, Vern Spring, Justin Branham, your top 5. McRecken in 6th, Russell Worth in 7th, Ryan McDaniel in 8th, Chris Johnson in 9th, Dave Holmberg in 10th. Brendan Timon back out in 11th. Edmund comes out in 12th. Ed Sr. in 13th. Gage Branham in 14th. John Barry unfortunately caught up in that back in 15th. Stephen Choate in 16th. John O'Brien 17th. Matt Moniak back in 18th. All 18 cars now back on the lead lap. As we get ready, we're going to get one to green. Everybody stacked back up, ready to go here at the Rock. We've seen that high side on restarts be a great place to start the race. Will Andrew Thornton be able to take advantage of it? And with Kendrick, the points leader, lurking right there, what else could happen? Here we go, and Richie fires there. Away, green flag back in the air. Andrew Thornton trying to hold Kendrick off on the bottom, but Kendrick drives it deep through 1 and 2. McRacken on the move, looking underneath Justin Branham for, whoa! Look underneath for 4th. Kendrick Cryer has cleared Andrew Thornton, and Vern Spring dropping low on Justin Branham. Oh, wow, that was close. Vern's slide job across the nose of Justin Branham. Russell Worth has a run coming out of turn 2. He's got the nose in. Holy cow, that's close. Great save. They are side by side, inches apart. We saw how much they could. Oh, that's not going to work. And now Russell's caught up. Caution, back out, lap 23. Let's take a look at this one. Russell on the bottom trying to clear Branham into turn 1. Sets up to make the turn, but Branham and Timon are both up there. Nowhere to go. Russell back on pit road. Looks like Kyle Martin may be headed to pit road. Kendrick Cryer, nope. McRacken fakes to pit road. Ryan McDaniel is coming in, as is Justin Branham. Looks like Ryan does have some damage on the right front. Matt Moniak also back on pit road. Richie Joplin continues to lead now, as Kendrick right beside, or will have him right beside him on the restart. This is where Richie has to be careful and start varying how he does his restarts. Otherwise, he will become predictable. With a driver like Kendrick right beside you, you cannot afford to be predictable. And looks like Kendrick and Kyle have decided to play around a little bit here. Richie moving down to the apron just to be on the safe side. Lights are out on the pace car as they get ready for the restart. These drivers obviously having some fun out here tonight. Matt Moniak is back on pit road. He may end up losing a lap here. Moniak has made it back out. He is still on the lead lap. Right before that incident, we're talking about the fact that during the heats, there was a lot of sliding. These guys were able to bounce off of each other, a lot of door banging. A lot of rubbing, but rubbing is racing. Richie fires. They're away. Green flag back in the air. Richie's going to get the double attack from the high side. Kendrick and McRecken. Andrew Thornton right there on the bottom trying to hold second. But Andrew doesn't have the room to run up the track on corner exit, maintain speed. He's going to get third, but holy crap, what? McRecken just slides it down out of 4. Kendrick Trout now trying to make the move on the high side. Chris Johnson lurking. Vern Spring is there. Stephen Choate now up into 7th. Ryan McDaniel was on pit road. Looks like he may have taken some tires. We'll see if that makes a difference, if he can start moving forward here. Justin Branham had to have repairs. He is trying to fight his way back. And Stephen Choate just set the fastest lap so far. Richie Joplin, Kendrick Cryer side by side. Richie's got help from Andrew Thornton. Kyle Martin trying to help Kendrick up top, but isn't close enough. Andrew trying to hold Kyle behind him as Kendrick gets the big run through 1 and 2 up top. Richie still fighting on the bottom. Edmund Jones just set a fast lap back in 7th. He was involved in that first incident, trying to fight his way back to the front. And they are inches apart through 1 and 2. Ed Sr. has made his way into the top 10, but John O'Brien is looking low into 3. And it seems like these drivers can put these cars just about anywhere they want here tonight. Ryan McDaniel back in 12th, making his way. Holy cow, Russell is sideways but saves it. John O'Brien caught a piece of it, but he saves it. Ryan McDaniel drives by and gets a run on Justin Branham. Branham manages to hold his foot in it and maintain position. John Barry goes through the open door and takes 12th. Meanwhile, back up front, still side by side. We did say this race would end up looking like Daytona and Talladega. It has not disappointed. Richie on the bottom with the push from Andrew Thornton reclaims the lead for the moment. Edmund Jones cutting his way through the field, now up into 5th. Chris Johnson in 6th, Vern Spring in 7th. Gage Branham on the attack underneath Choate. Gage currently in 9th, Stephen Choate in 8th. The lead pack has finally settled down for a moment. They go single file with Richie up front. Kendrick now to 2nd, Andrew in 3rd. McRecken in 4th has Edmund all over the back bumper. Edmund has had to fight his way through the field from the back a couple of times so far tonight. Make his way back up into the top 5. Chris Johnson lurking in 6th. Vern Spring in 7th. Stephen Choate in 8th. Gage Branham in 9th. Ed Sr. in 10th. Ryan McDaniel having drifted back to 13th, but he's got that cold trickle power. He just has to drop the hammer. John Barry has been caught up and been lucky tonight. Currently running in 12th, Justin Branham. He has been caught in a lot of stuff, still fighting in 11th. Russell Worth, John O'Brien 14th and 15th. After they had that spin coming through 1 and 2, both of them managed to drift and save it. Dave Holmberg back in 16th, Matt Moniak in 17th, Brendan Timon officially out of the race. Kendrick starting to look under Richie Joplin now for the lead. Cannot keep the nose in. Richie sends it deep into 3. It almost looks like Richie is sideways through 3 and 4. 25 laps to go. Edmond now looking on the high side, trying to get around McRacken. And Chris Johnson, man, he's got a good show. Let's see what it looks like. Looking from inside Chris's car, from his helmet cam, down through 3 and 4. Back down the front straightaway towards turns 1 and 2. Having to be very smooth and steady with the wheel while the car is sliding all over the place. You see how little grip they have. Every bump, everything just twitches the car. Edmond and McRacken just inches apart, just ahead. Meanwhile, Kendrick Cryer trying to make that move on the high side again. He might clear Richie this time. It is a drag race back down the front straightaway. Richie's not giving up. Down into 1 and 2, Kendrick bobbles. Richie back to the lead. Andrew's going to try and go through the open door. That high line seems to be the best way in 3 and 4, but in 1 and 2, you got to be pinned to the bottom. Edmond and McRacken still battling. Now Chris Johnson coming into the fight. This has allowed Stephen Choate to come right back to Johnson's back bumper. Oh! McRacken is around. Caution is out. 21 laps to go. McRacken on the bottom trying to hold off a hard-charging Edmund Jones out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. A little bit of a touch there as they go off into 3. McRacken starting to pull ahead. Chris has a bobble right behind. Chris starts looking underneath as they go through 1 and 2. McRacken clear. Oh, Edmund just gets into his bumper. And McRacken saves it with just a little love tap to the wall. This has been a wild, wild race. It has been non-stop battling throughout this race. And now, as we mentioned earlier, these tires have been on, some of these guys have not changed tires the whole race. Most of the drivers who have been to pit road have been in for repairs. So old tires on this restart could come into play. We could see some tire spin and big problems. All the drivers have to be able to put the power down as quickly as possible, but they have to balance that with risking spinning the tires. Looks like Matt Moniak is going to make the tire change now. He saved this whole time. Or I'm sorry, he has been saving tires the whole time. Now he's going to send it. Lights are out on the pace car. They get ready for the restart. Richie Joplin, Kendrick Cryer once again. Richie's got to vary that restart. Kendrick almost got him on that last one. Can Richie hold him off for less than 20, for about 17 more laps? Andrew Thornton, Edmund Jones now right behind him. Here we go. Pace car is in. Richie's going. Green flag back in the air. Richie clears. Can Andrew get underneath? He cannot, but Edmund's looking up to the high side. Cryer clears traffic. Now he's got clean track on his way to Richie Joplin. Andrew looks underneath. Stephen Choate now up 12 spots into 5th, just quietly charging up. Keep an eye on Matt Moniak, who's been saving his tires. He is looking to charge toward the front now as well. McRacken has a lot of coming back to do. He sends it deep through 1 and 2. Clears John Berry. Ryan McDaniel now up into 11th, looking under Ed Sr. Richie still holding off a hard-charging Kendrick. Edmund right on their bumper. Andrew Thornton now drifts back to 4th. Stephen Choate in 5th, looking underneath Thornton. And while these 5 battle, the cars behind are closing in. Gage Branham, Justin Branham, 8th and 9th, trying to get around Vern Spring in 7th. Chris Johnson in 6th, trying to close back in on that lead pack. Russell Worth, Ryan McDaniel side by side. Russell trying to see if he can make it happen on the bottom. They both go up the track a little bit, and McRacken almost into Russell's bumper. Richie Joplin is going backwards. Let's see what happened with Richie. Down into 3 and 4. Oh, Kendrick gets the nose in, gives him a tap. So they both get straightened back out, but Richie loses so much momentum. Edmund sneaks by and takes the lead. Richie fought his way back up to 2nd place. But now Stephen Choate has made his way to the lead as they got a little crazy. Stephen able to take advantage of all the chaos. Chris Johnson now to 3rd. Andrew Thornton in 4th. Justin Branham has cleared a lot of traffic. Now into 5th. Edmund in 6th. 7th place is still up for grabs. They're 3 wide. Kendrick on the high side. Richie Joplin has a problem through 1 and 2. Andrew Thornton is now in the lead, now to 2nd. Justin Branham sneaks his way into 3rd. Here comes Kendrick Cryer. And Stephen Choate, caution. Caution is out. Looks like it may have been something with Ed Sr. Let's see what happened. Oh, John Berry wiggled up the track into Sr. Holy cow. Sr. goes for a little tumble. With 10 to go, he goes to pit road. Stephen Choate faked to pit road. And in that last 2 or 3 green flag laps, everything got flipped upside down, folks. Stephen Choate now has the lead. Andrew Thornton in second. Justin Branham to third. Kendrick Cryer now to fourth. Gage Branham in fifth. Richie Joplin fell back to sixth. Edmund Jones in seventh. Russell Worth in eighth. Vern Spring in ninth. McRecken now in 10th. Chris Johnson 11th. John Berry 12th. Ryan McDaniel in 13th. Matt Moniak in 14th. Holmberg in 15th. John O'Brien, after his pit stop, in 16th. Ed Sr. still on pit road in 17th. Brendan Timon out of the race. And it looks like the lights are out. They are going for it. Andrew Thornton, Stephen Choate, neither one has won a feature. Here they go. Choate is away. Green flag is in the air. Kendrick gives Andrew a big push. Now Kendrick to the high side. Kendrick sits in third. Oh, holy cow. Caution, back out. 7 to go. And several cars involved in that. Gage Branham underneath. Richie Joplin pushes up the track. Richie saves it. Gage does not. Gage gets a blown motor on that one. And 3 wide through 1 and 2. Ryan McDaniel, Matt Moniak, and John Berry. Holy cow. John O'Brien catches a piece of it as well. That was never gonna end well. So Stephen Choate and Andrew Thornton, one more shot at this one. Anybody want to take a prediction based on the way this race has gone so far? I got nothing. It could be any one of the 13 drivers still on the lead lap. Gage Branham, Edmund Jones, John Berry, and Ed Sr. all on pit road. Pace car is in. Choate fires, they are away. Green flag back in the air. Andrew Thornton drops down into second place, blocking the run by Kendrick. Richie Joplin has fought his way all the way back into fourth. Justin Branham in fifth. Russell Worth all the way back up to sixth. Three to go at the line. It is still Choate in the lead. Andrew Thornton has a mirror full of Kendrick Cryer. Richie Joplin just waiting for a mistake. Richie a big run out of turn 2. Kendrick looks low. Andrew shuts the door. Out of turn 4. Holy cow! Everybody saves it somehow. 2 laps to go. Andrew Thornton has a little bit of breathing room. Richie Joplin drifted. Oh! Caution is out. We're getting a green-white checkered, folks. Richie Joplin took the back pit road. Let's see if we can see what the heck happened here. Ryan McDaniel gets mixed up in one again. Looks like John O'Brien comes up and gets him. And let's see what happened. There's the incident with Richie and Kendrick. Richie comes back up the track right in front of Russell. Chris has a huge run, just gets into Richie's bumper, and they both end up down on the apron and sneaking through the back pit road. All right, we're going to have a... Oh, wait a minute. The checkers are out. We'll see if they get a green flag, but this is looking like this is going to be the end. Pace car is in. I have no idea. Green flag is in the air. We're going to say it's two laps to go. Not sure if our scoring is screwed up or something went wrong with the race session, but it is Stephen Choate in the lead. Kendrick's looking low. Andrew shuts the door as they go off into 1 and 2. Kendrick and Andrew drag race it down into turn 3 one last time. And out of turn 4, Stephen Choate gets the win. I think Andrew came home in second. It was close at the line. Things got a little wild at the end of that one. Let's talk to our top 3, starting with Kendrick Cryer. Well, we'll talk to Andrew Thornton for a moment. I don't see Kendrick available quite yet.
Hey, Doug, you got a copy?
Hey, what's up, Edmund?
So, we had a timing error come out, which is why we had to do everything the way we did. The session did end, but your top 3 will be Choate, Kendrick Cryer in second, and Andrew Thornton in third.
Okie dokie, that'll work. So there you heard it, folks. Andrew Thornton is our third place finisher. Let's talk to him. Andrew, that was one heck of a run to come home third, but I'm betting you wish that race had stopped about a lap sooner.
Oh, yeah, of course. That was... I kind of need to have a conversation about what that was about, because we've never done that before. But, it is what it is. I'll take a podium, second or third. Don't change too much in the points. One spot. It was a great race all race long with everybody. I don't think we've ever run in a pack that well with that few cautions for this distance of a race. So I thought it was pretty good.
definitely was a lot of exciting racing, a lot of comebacks, and a lot of the car really seemed like it was a handful, but at the same time you were able to save it if you had to.
Oh, it was definitely a handful, and I guess when they went through all the technical aspects of this car, they didn't really figure into a draft too much because there wasn't really one to be found. I think there was a difference of about a mile an hour at the end of the straightaway if you were nose to tail with somebody, but that was about it.
Well, man, it was one heck of a show. A great finish for you. Obviously, your season is one of your best so far. Keep up the good work, and congratulations, buddy.
I'll sure try. Thanks, Doug.
So, Andrew Thornton comes home in third. Kendrick finishes in second. Kendrick, you were all over the place all night long, and man, you definitely put on some exciting moves out there.
Oh yeah, it was a good race. It sucks coming home second, but Steven deserved that one. He was fast all day, and he didn't really get heard of until about halfway through the race, and then all of a sudden he's in the lead out of nowhere, and he kept it, which is cool. He got the win there, but it was a good race. A lot of exciting racing. The bigger tracks seem to produce better racing, in my opinion. So it's pretty cool to see that.
It was definitely an exciting race, man. A great finish for you. A great points night, buddy. Congratulations. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
And finally, our winner, Stephen Choate. Stephen, man, you definitely earned that one tonight. You came through a lot of chaos.
Oh, yes, I did, Doug. Oh, man, those last 10 laps, I was shaking in my boots. It was definitely tense. I know Kendrick and Thornton, those guys are quick, and I was definitely scared. That's for damn sure.
Well, you definitely at one point had one car flying over you early in the race. Did you think it was over at that point?
I still had a quick repair, and I knew I was quick, but at that point I thought I wasn't gonna get up to the front just because I knew how quick the top 5 or 6 were, and I was kind of scared, but some fortunate things had happened, a few cautions that I was able to move around, and a few on-track incidents that I was able to move around and not get caught up in. Definitely helped that out. God was watching over me for that one for sure. That's for damn sure.
Well, man, you did an amazing job tonight. A little bit of luck and a whole lot of speed. Great job tonight. Congratulations on the win, man.
I appreciate it, Doug. One hell of a race to come back to, that's for sure.
It definitely was. Great job, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Stephen Choate gets the win at the Rock. What a wild one that was. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. This has been a blast. What a way to celebrate the JBSRL's 2nd birthday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Have a great night, everybody.